could totally see the purpose. Welcome to Sin City, where people roll the dice and try to win it big. And tonight, these drivers will try to do the same here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Good evening, race fans. I'm Robert McKay. Alongside me is Cohen Haas tonight, as Christopher Roscoe was unable to make it into tonight's event. 11 cars will be starting tonight's event, and a little bit interestingly, Tyler Muller currently has provisional pole. Brandon Elvis not being able to snag the pole away, getting second, losing the pole by only 0.05 of a second. It's going to be a good one tonight, folks, and we are ready for it here live at the Bullring. This is the Green Flag Racing Network.
Why, hello, everyone.
Yeah, and tonight, something unfamiliar up in the ticker. This race is going to be presented to you by the Mental Health Bros, a little bit of a non-profit that we are representing tonight. The Mental Health Bros is a non-profit looking for men and their mental health. They can be found on TikTok and on Discord. They always say, check on your bros and make sure they're okay. And don't be afraid to reach out if you're down with your mental health. Someone who's in the past had issues, I really stand behind this cause. It's an amazing cause, and I'm more than happy to help them out here tonight. That's why this entire race will be presented to you by the Mental Health Bros.
Man, what an amazing sponsor.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, it's something that not a lot of people are willing to talk about, I guess.
Yeah, I understand that. I've had, same kind of experience,
I think we all have at one point, right? But again, no one really talks
I'm
about
I'm
it.
sure everyone at some point will.
Now let's look on the brighter side of things. As the field runs up here and my keyboard decides to stop working. And there goes my mouse. Come up.
Do you see what car's in the 6th place?
That says 76, Cohen.
I know, but if you flip them around,
This is going to be a long race.
I bet. I have a feeling that Brandon's going to end up taking the win tonight, given his history of winning every single race I've ever watched him.
He's certainly a talented driver, that's for sure. We are
Very
experiencing
much so.
a lot of technical difficulties at the moment. My entire system just went down, so I'm trying to fix that here under the desk. Okay, so nothing is working. That's fantastic.
Oh God.
Alrighty, folks, please hold with us just for a moment as we figure out these technical difficulties. We're gonna be going really quick. Crank it up, I guess, as I try to figure out what's going on.
Already.
Alrighty, sorry about that, folks. We're going to a backup plane here, but the green flag flies here at the Bullring. Brandon Elvis snags the lead early once our broadcast cameras cut back to it. There we go. Alright, I have to switch over to a backup plane here, so bear with me.
You're all good, McKay. We understand it. Stuff happens. Tech difficulties are very much common.
Exactly, and there's not a whole lot I could have done about it. And... Alright. Alrighty. Here we go. We are green flag here at the Bullring.
Surprisingly, Brandon Elvis is not already the race leader.
Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of a surprise, honestly.
Yeah, I've never seen a race where he wasn't immediately the race leader if he didn't get pole.
Brandon Elvis in a rare situation, down to third. Tristan Pena is currently finds himself in that second position. And the 78 of Tyler Muller, who started in sixth, has gained the lead.
Man, great drive by him. You know, McKay, but the real question is, how long are they going to be able to hold off Brandon Elvis?
You know what? That really is a good question. And one that obviously I do not know.
Of course.
But I honestly don't think it'll be very long. But hey, who knows? We may see a new winner tonight, and that may come in the form of Tyler Muller.
I would love to see that. No offense to you, buddy. Love you, Brandon.
Exactly. Brandon has been on the dominating race streak lately, winning basically everything. I think he's the only race he didn't win was there were two races a few weeks ago in GMRL and here in GLRL that that he did not win. But besides that, I mean, it's all been victory lane or nothing for Brandon Elvis.
Did Brandon just not show up that race, or?
No, actually, Tristan Pena, the man in second, beat him at North Wilkesboro, and then his teammate, the 14 of Justin Coleman, beat him at forget the track. Pena down to the inside of the 78. Tyler Muller side by side. This is the battle for the lead here. Pena gets the overtake, but here comes Brandon Elvis on the inside of the 78. The 50. 54. That's the 54 of Brandon Elvis fighting here, trying to get back the lead. Side by side, still with the 78, but the 54 makes the pass, and the 14 is teammate Justin Coleman slides in behind him and takes away third.
I gotta say, Elvis is one heck of a driver. I am very well shocked that he has not taken the lead yet. That is...
Well, that's bound to happen. But don't count out Tristan Pena. He is a very talented driver. He's beaten this man before.
He'll probably do it again. You just got to see what he can pull off tonight.
And it could happen tonight.
Just very well might happen. But, you know, you got to watch the race. You got to see how it goes down and see what he will do to prevent another Elvis victory.
Yeah, exactly. And as the field kind of dies down a little bit, Cohen Haas, I just sent you the spotter guide. But now let's take a look through the field here and see who the scheme of the race is. Currently, I have my vote on that 78 of Tyler Muller and that Christmas-themed Cadillac. Very clean scheme. I always go for schemes that aren't really run as often, right? Like, for example, I really like Brandon Pamatat's scheme, but he runs it every week. So for scheme of the week, I like to try to find one that's not run that often. And I think Tyler Muller fits that bill. Cohen Haas, what's your pick?
I gotta say that 78 car. I like it.
Alrighty. So the 78 of Tyler Muller is the scheme of the race. Congratulations, Tyler Muller.
You know, I've also always been a fan of green. Green's always been my favorite color. So, seeing a green car, I'm automatically gonna like it.
Really? Why is that because your Ford Bronco's green?
No, it goes deeper than that. It goes back to tractors. Love me an old deer.
Ah,
I
see,
always loved me an old deer.
my grandfather when he used to live down in Mississippi, he he owned a Gator, John Deere Gator, one of the UTVs,
I know what you're talking about.
and I loved that thing. I was like, oh, 10 years ago at this point. Can't believe it's been that long.
Time flies.
Yeah, time does fly, that's for sure. I mean, we started this broadcasting company. We started it back in August, and look where we are now. We broadcast 6 different leagues. We're in the process of negotiating 2 more. We might be broadcasting some trucks soon and some paid Sunday night full season, full race events, multi class. It's certainly come a long way, that's for sure.
Certainly so.
Yeah, currently at the rear of the field is the 69 of Cash. Christopher Cash.
Nice.
Anyway, actually, no, at the rear of the field is Robert Hadenbach in the 11th
Dang, Robert.
position. The two league owners sitting 10th and 11th currently in, may I say, very slick Cadillacs.
Eh, they are very. I love the Cadillac scheme tonight.
I do too. These two leaders,
Cadillac.
these top three are wrapped under a 2/10, are all together by 2/10 of a second. Very close battle we got here going on. The 14, the 54 battling. Those are ECR teammates.
Thank God they're not the. It isn't RCR. Y'all know how that would go.
If they were RCR, these we would never see them.
Poor Kyle Busch.
As a Kyle Busch fan, I often think to myself, why? And other things that I'm not going to say on broadcast.
Of course.
Yeah, something to take into account here, and me and Cone Haas have had this conversation before. Look at the rundown of the field here, and you would think the person who had the highest I rating would be Brandon Elvis, but it's actually Tyler Muller sitting in 5th position with 4,700 compared to Brandon Elvis's 3,600.
Very
And I know it's a little bit off topic. Obviously, Tyler Muller is an excellent, excellent driver. But don't always judge a book by its cover, right? Don't judge somebody because of their I rating or their safety rating. Just a little lesson for the folks at home.
Yeah, you can only judge people on their looks.
Eh,
I'm playing.
that would explain a lot about me, but, moving on. Moving on. The two teammates here still battling for position. Let's ride on board here with the 14 of Justin Coleman. Gotta find it. Here it is. Something nice about this broadcast package is I can actually... Oh, as he made the pass during the camera transition. Let's get that replay up here. As that's the wrong... Okay, so unfortunately, not being able to get that session event, having some technical difficulties. But Justin Coleman now moves up to the 2nd position. That leaves Brandon Elvis in 3rd. Brandon Elvis, not his usual self tonight. Maybe that'll change with some new tires and a caution, maybe a mindset change.
Yeah, I wonder if something might be going on with them.
I mean, he won here in GMRL. Me and the league admins were talking about that actually. earlier. I tried to pull up the messenger chat here. Oh my god, everything's lagging. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, so in the GMRL race, Brandon Elvis won that race, led 31 out of the 50 laps, and was dominant. Started first, but something's changed. Maybe something in the setup, maybe it could be a number of things. But it's kind of
Or
interesting to see Brandon Elvis not leading for once. Oh, 99 into the wall.
wow.
Bad news there for the 11. 99, what is that? That is the 69 of Christopher Cash, also being put a lap down. Brandon Elvis still sitting in the third position here. Let's pull up the battle statistics. Show. Nope. I want the driver info. Compare to the 14 Justin Coleman. Alright, so here we have the fastest lap sectors, which for people not familiar, sectors are used in road course racing a lot, but they do have it here in iRacing. It's 2 sectors. As you can see, Justin Coleman is just faster every lap. Now, when we compare that here to, let's compare that here to Tristan Pena, who's currently our leader by about 2/10. So you can see that gap dwindles. Tristan Pena and Justin Coleman are very much on par with each other.
Very entertaining race so far.
It has been a very entertaining race so far as we finally got our track microphones to work so you guys can hear these glorious late model stock cars. Apologize for all the technical issues tonight. And I just spilled my drink all over myself. Nice. Tonight's broadcast is going amazing, and it's brought to you by the Mental Health Bros. Whoa, contact 14 and 50. 14 giving it everything he's got here on the 50.
Man, they're having a good battle here.
That 14 is all over the back bumper of the 50. This is the battle for the lead here. We have 50. We're 53 laps into this event out of 125. It's going faster than I can say Green Flag Racing Network. But the 50 is pushing it hard. You can see him scraping against the wall. That 14 is all over him.
It really is.
Something to think about too. Tristan Pena is winless in the Gaslight Racing League. Justin Coleman is, however, won the season opener. And something that I didn't know that is on the line is the Gaslight Racing League actually gives out trophies, awesome trophies per that. Really big, impressive trophies for the league champions and then the runner-ups. So, it's something great that the league does. You gotta figure it's not just bragging rights on the line, it's money and trophies. And who doesn't love a good trophy?
I can agree with that. I would love a trophy of my own.
Yeah, I would too. I mean, I have, different academics, certificates and medals and, whatnot hanging up here on my walls, but it would be nice to have a trophy.
I can agree with that.
This battle for the lead is still heating up. 60 laps in, almost halfway through the race.
Elvis is 2 seconds back. What is happening with him?
I honestly don't know, and this is something that if he gets a top three, we will ask him in the post-race interview. I mean, maybe he's just not feeling it tonight. It happens. I mean, look at Max Verstappen in F1 2023. I mean, he lost Singapore. He lost to,
Fair.
he lost to Sergio Perez in the first few races. I mean, it happens, right? No one can be consistently winning literally every single race, right? Something is bound to happen, and this might be one of those nights for Brandon Elvis.
Poor guy, man.
I think he's more than fine.
True, but preferably you wouldn't want to fall off like that.
That's the one thing about Brandon Elvis is that he's humble, and I like that about him. He can finish first, third, or 15th, and he's gonna have the same reaction.
Yeah, he's a fast guy. Something I noticed is he runs the Ty Gibbs number and actually wins races.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
What an incredible guy. Can win with a Ty Gibbs car.
And as the race kind of dies down a little bit, I'd like to do something that we haven't done since September. We're gonna do a moment of silence for the at least 7 people who unfortunately lost their lives yesterday during the Louisville plane crash. If you haven't seen it, horrific stuff. I advise you to stay in the loop, but it's some pretty graphic stuff that's come out. So we're gonna take a moment of silence here for the 7 people who have unfortunately passed away. Thank you for that moment of silence here, folks. 73 laps in. We're going to switch it from laps to laps to go as we have passed the halfway point. There we go. 52 laps to go here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Brandon Elvis, the talk of tonight, usually in the lead, but now sits 3.5 seconds behind the leaders. Car doesn't feel right for him tonight. Pena, though, is still trying to get away from Justin Coleman. He has by about a second. Justin Coleman is currently battling with 2 lap down cars, that of being Dylan Potts and Christopher Cash.
I'm sure Brandon's praying for a caution, get tires, fuel, and who knows, maybe we can bring him in for an interview if we end up having a caution.
Yeah, exactly. This caution is what Brandon Elvis needs, but since we're not going under caution, we're going to go mental health bros side by side. We'll be right back with you in a minute. Let's go side by side. This broadcast production is brought to you by our great friends over at Dubby Energy. Dubby is a clean energy drink that is made to give you focus with no crash, jitters, or angst like other energy drinks. They don't use artificial dyes and contains vitamins, amino acids, a nootropic, and 150 milligrams of caffeine. Next time you go to buy Dubby's great products, be sure to use our code GFRN for 10% at checkout. That is GFRN for 10% at checkout.
Hey you, yeah you. Are you tired of endlessly scrolling on trading paints trying to find that perfect paint scheme but it never seems to be there? Well, I got the solution for you. Griffin Race Paints. Griffin Race Paints just did a massive price cut. And also, for the rest of the year, you'll also be getting a 45% off discount. GRP 45. Always remember, Griffin Race Paints adds an extra 200 horsepower to your hot rod. Griffin Race Paint, where design meets performance.
Back here at the Bullring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, Tristan Pena, the talk of tonight, is leading now by about 1.3 seconds over the ECR boys of Justin Coleman and Brandon Elvis. About a lap, the 97 of Brandon Pamitat. This has been an absolutely amazing race for Pena. I mean, he's dominated.
Yeah, he really has. What an impressive run by him. This might be the first time I've seen Elvis not win a race.
Well, to be fair, you're not in the booth as often as, Colin Grace and Christopher Roscoe are. That might change, though, starting in next Wednesday with our new league. Yes, for the folks at home, we are currently working on brokering a deal with another league. We will be doing something that not a lot of broadcast companies do, and thank God we have this amazing opportunity and the amazing producers to do this. We will actually be broadcasting 2 leagues on Wednesday night. This is huge for us. Not a whole lot of broadcast companies do this, and we're thrilled to have this opportunity to do that. Don't worry, this coverage will not go away. You guys will be getting Christopher Rosca and Colin Grace, our best color commentator and one of our best producers. Me and Colin Haas will be stepping away to broadcast the other league. It's going to be trucks. It's going to be a great time. But we're going to stick right here live at 8 o'clock every Wednesday.
Trucks are such a fun vehicle to drive and watch. I'm excited for this. I can't wait to help broadcast with you. I'm stoked.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to be a great opportunity. Again, not a whole lot of broadcast companies actually do that. But yeah, it's going to be something fun. It's going to be something interesting. It's going to be a joint partnership with them. It's going to be a multi-channel and multi-platform broadcasting deal, meaning that we will be broadcasting it not only on the Green Flag Racing Network, but their own private YouTube channel, as well as TikTok.
So, what is this private YouTube channel? Because, of course, we're having GFRN having broadcast.
Yeah,
This league, new league. What's the story with that?
The new league is going to be broadcasted on the Green Flag Racing Network as well as their own Racing League YouTube channel. They have their own YouTube channel. Since we are the second broadcast company for their third league, their first division or series, they're going to unify all of the broadcasts down to one channel to, not as much confusion, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And so, yeah, we'll be broadcasting on there, but don't worry. Every league we do will always be broadcasting here on the Green Flag Racing Network, including this amazing group of drivers here in the late model stocks. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. Moving on.
Sure.
Pena leading in that Whataburger Chevrolet. Kind of wish we had a Whataburger here. I don't think we do.
I have a Whataburger really close to my place.
I mean, we're having In-N-Out. I live in Middle Tennessee, and they're putting in a bunch of In-N-Outs. I think the closest one is up in Lebanon or Murfreesboro.
We have a Whataburger, but unfortunately, no cheddar.
We have a
So
Cheddar's
never
in Franklin.
appreciate-
We have a Cheddar's in Franklin. It's fantastic.
I have one in Jacksonville, but that's an hour drive from there and back.
Cheddar, I love Cheddar's. Every time I go to Cheddar's, I get the number 8 special, tossed in buffalo sauce, 2 sides of the loaded cheese and bacon fries, and the cheese curds, or the cheese balls. Oh my god, it's amazing.
Oh, I bet. Can't say I've been to Cheddar's very much.
Next time you go
But
to
I would-
Jacksonville, you need to go to Cheddar's.
I never get to experience the free chips and queso.
Caution! Caution! Caution!
Caution? Wow, wait, can we get a review on that?
Caution is out here.
Let's get a look at what the heck just happened.
It's gonna be, oh no! Justin Coleman!
Oh. Of course he's standing before this wreck.
It's going to be Justin Coleman bringing out the caution. He was sitting in the second position.
Oh, poor guy.
Ah, it just gets loose on the bottom.
What a shame for him.
But
I'm sure this is what Elric wants. We might want to be able to bring him into the booth here so we can,
we do not do
get some
mid-race
information.
interviews. We do not do mid-race interviews in this league because no one's in the Discord.
We don't do talking interviews? Got it.
No. In this league, not a lot of drivers are in their respective channels until interviews come around. So we don't do mid-race interviews.
Got it.
Under caution, this is a great time to bring back up the logo there on the ticker, the Mental Health Bros. The Mental Health Bros are a non-profit organization looking for men and their mental health. It's run by a great gentleman named Bubba J. He can be found on TikTok and Discord. They always say, check on your bros and make sure they're okay. And don't be afraid to reach out if you're down on your mental health. And we here at JFRN fully support that. If you need help, go find it. I mean, the best thing you can do is go look at help. Or go find help.
I have to agree with that, McKay.
Alrighty, here. Oh, that's not what I... Go away, thank you. My mouse is acting funny. I need to get a new background that doesn't have myself in it. As you can see here in this camera shot, you can actually see Las Vegas from here. See the Las Vegas Motor Speedway off in the distance. Kind of a cool shot. You can see it there in the top right corner by Brandon Pamitat's name. Under caution here, 23 to go. First caution of tonight's event. Gonna be interesting here to see what these drivers do exactly. Trying to see how much time we have left in the session, but I cannot find that, which is fine. We have enough time, I believe.
So, who's your pick to win tonight, McKay?
Honestly, after this one,
let's make sure in their spots. Let's go green this time.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say, let's see. Let's look at the standings. Currently leading is Tristan Pena. Brandon Elvis is in the 4th position. I'm going to say Tristan Pena is going to sneak away with this and he's going to win.
I can see that too.
Because...
who knows, maybe the caution brings out something for Brandon Elvis. Maybe some new tires, some fuel, and... who knows? Maybe some extra horsepower.
Exactly, but Brandon Elvis has a lot of drivers, a lot of lap drivers to get down through. As the green flag comes out, Tristan Pena off to a great start there. A lot of side-by-side action. Let's get a wide camera angle here. Back through the pack, a lot of screwing, a lot of scrimmage. Brandon Elvis is still in the 4th position, having to get through all these lead lap cars. The 78 is currently side-by-side with some lead lap cars. He sits in the 3rd position. Currently, Brandon Elvis is sitting outside the podium. If he doesn't get past the 78 in 19 laps, this will be his first ever race off the podium ever in Gaslight and Grease Monkey Racing League history.
Wow.
This may be devastating for Brandon Elvis if he cannot pass the 78 in 18 laps time. 78 dives down to the inside of the lapped car of the 2. The 69 goes high, 3 wide. Here comes Brandon Elvis right behind. Kind of past the 2 here. Brandon Elvis successfully makes the pass. Chasing down the 78. He wants to hold on to that podium streak, but that may come to an end here. 16 to go. Tristan Pena.
We're going to have to see what Brandon Elvis does.
He has to pull something out of his rear end. Tristan Pena currently still leading the race with the fastest lap.
How long will his P4 position stay for? Will he advance or will he not?
I don't know. It's going to be kind of quite interesting to see how this really kind of plays out. Take a look back at this battle because besides the battle for the lead, this is the one I have my eye on the most. Because this could be detrimental to Brandon, right? It could be a big blow to his momentum, right? It's not going to really affect him as much as you'd think it would be in the points. He has a really comfortable points cushion. But if he get past the 78, I mean, this would be the first race in over 15 weeks. 15 weeks that he has not been on the podium.
That would be crazy for him.
I mean, we started broadcasting the Grease Monkey Racing League in August. This would be his first non-podium since August.
Wow. That is something to think about.
Yeah, absolutely. This would be absolutely. This would feel weird in post-race interviews not having him in the booth.
Yeah, it would.
Feel really weird. Pena leads with less than 10 laps to go. Nobody can touch him. Zach Murphy currently sits in the second position. Tyler Muller sits in third. The history books could be changed tonight, but we still have 8 laps of green flag action here to decide that. We could have a curveball thrown, and we could go into Gaslight Racing League overtime.
Getting the leagues mixed around, McKay.
Yeah, I mean, I've been broadcasting with the same group of folks here for a while. You kind of get the two mixed. 7 to go. Zach Murphy about 4/10 off Tristan Pena. Not a lot he can do there. Not a whole lot Brandon Elvis can do either. I mean, he's losing time. He's down almost to about a second. What has happened tonight for Brandon Elvis?
Man, I have no clue, man. He's just like, he just fell off and he just can't seem to get the car to do what he wants it to.
Yeah, it's really, really odd. I mean, he's on the same lap. He's on the same stint as everybody else. It's just, I don't think he got the car to where he wanted it to be. As we now have 5 laps to go. Go back to the battle for the lead here if my mouse decides to work.
Can he, is the 54 of Brandon Elvis going to be able to pass this, the 78 car? Or what's going to happen there?
I have no idea. 2 laps to go. It's not looking likely. Brandon Elvis has to give it everything he's got, and he's got to do it now if he's going to do something. But let's not take away from the fact that this has been an absolute domination race for Tristan Pena. White flag out presented by Griffin Race Paints. We've been focusing on Brandon Elvis, but the 50 has stolen the show tonight. Tristan Pena comes around turns 3 and 4, and he will win at the Bullring.
Congratulations to Pena, man. Great to see someone else win.
And Brandon Elvis
with a gotta hurt it, man. It really does.
Brandon Elvis.
Yes, you can.
Celebration winner takes it all from Tristan Pena, but the 15-week domination streak will come to an end. Brandon Elvis will not be on the podium tonight, folks, but burn it down. Tristan Pena, you deserve this one. He's the Mini 4T Crafts champion of the race, not the series. I need to word that differently next time.
You very much do, McKay. Come on, give us a real good burnout.
Well, that was a pretty impressive one as he parks it there at the Bullring Victory Lane. Time for some top 3 interviews here presented by Mental Health Bros. Alrighty, up first we have Tyler Muller, who finished in the 3rd position. Tyler Muller, welcome to the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got y'all.
Alrighty, what a race by you, Tyler Muller. I mean, you held off Brandon Elvis, got him his very first non-podium in the last 15 weeks. How does that feel?
It feels pretty good. I think I could have made a bid for the lead if I didn't get a stupid speeding penalty on that last restart, but you know how it goes. I was racing off the road and just didn't watch my speed. But I mean, that was a ton of fun. Everything about it was just fun.
Yeah, exactly. And you also won the paint scheme of the race. I really enjoyed that Grinch Christmas themed Cadillac there.
Thank you. It's an older
Beautiful
car,
car.
but I love it.
Yeah, exactly. And overall, fantastic job tonight between speeding penalties and all. You're able to hold off the field and get that podium. Anything you want to say? Sponsors you want to thank? The floor is yours.
Um, I I just want to thank Rob for having this series. This has been a lot of fun, even with some rough races I've had, but it's always fun to do some iRacing on a Wednesday night.
Yeah, exactly. And this is a great league to do it in very clean races, and these are amazing cars. Thank you for joining us, Tyler Muller, your third place finisher. Now, let's see if Murphy is here in the booth with us. Zach Murphy, congratulations on the second place finish, holding off the 78 and the 54. Not able to catch up to the 50, no. I don't think anyone was able to touch Tristan Pena tonight. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, happy to finish on the podium. I don't think we were a second place car, but yeah, with the penalties for the 54 and the 78 there, we were able to get the track position and just hold them off on that last run. So yeah, happy with the podium. Overall, I mean, car was a little tough to drive. It was super tight. Yeah, like you said, I don't think anybody really had the speed for Tristan. He seemed to be class of the field, and maybe Coleman for a little bit there, but yeah, that long run was tricky. I mean, I definitely burned off my right front, and it was definitely about tire savings. And then with that caution, it kind of flipped the script and made it a short run race. But yeah, fun night overall.
Yeah, exactly. And as I said, with the 78, Brandon Ellis's 15 race podium win. I can't talk tonight. 15 race long podium streak comes to a finish. You and the 78 had a big part in that. What is your thought on that? This is a very unusual top three, just in that kind of sense.
Yeah, I mean, I've raced with Brandon for a couple of years now, and he's pretty much one of my teammates. And yeah, no, he's definitely certainly fast every week. Very consistent driver. A lot of fun to race around, and yeah, certainly to finish in front of him is a feat. So happy to be able to finally get in front of him for once. I know it was kind of just due to a penalty, but hey, sometimes you got to be lucky.
Hey,
Better be lucky than good.
a
So
win's a win. A win's a win.
that's right, bud.
All right. Anything else you want to say? Sponsors you want to thank? Family members you want to thank? The floor is yours.
Sure, yeah, I got to thank Justin over at Coleman Designs for the fresh paint schemes. Got to thank Whitney Automotive for coming on the car. Yeah, Brandon over at Coastal Performance. I know this is a fixed league, but anytime we race open sets, he's always hooking the car up. And yeah, just got to thank my family for letting me come down here and on Wednesday night and spend an hour doing this. And then Rob and you guys for the league and the broadcast. It's fun to look back. So thank you guys.
Yeah, no problem. Hopefully we'll see you next week in the booth here for your post-race interview. Thank you for joining us. Tyler Murray, your second place finisher. Or Tyler, sorry, Zach Murphy.
Thanks, bud. Have
Wow,
a
I'm
good night.
tired.
Great.
Alrighty, and last but certainly not least, Tristan Pena, the masterclass of the field, the man who led almost every single lap tonight. Congratulations, what a dominant win tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely different from previous times I've raced on this track. It actually, for me, it felt really good. It felt like almost like real life, because how you want to arc the corners in to get a better drive off. That's how I was able to make most of my passes, and it was really fun. But it was I think tight for a couple people, but I wasn't really struggling with that, so it definitely helped.
Yeah, exactly, and yeah, you seemed, what did you do differently that no one else did?
I think they were charging the corners a bit harder than I was. I was kind of backing my corners up to get a better drive off and not shove up the hill like most of them were doing.
Yeah, exactly, and maybe that was it. Just being able to just tackle those corners differently, and that's something that's really hard to do as a racing driver. Just kind of adapt your style to what the car needs.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, Justin Coleman put up a really good fight there in the beginning. Thankfully, I was able to kind of drive away from him there toward the end, and I don't know why he disconnected, but he was running really good. He definitely kept me honest.
Yeah, exactly. And anything else you want to say? Sponsors you want to thank? I mean, the floor is yours.
I want to thank my mom and dad for letting me do this, and Rob and you guys for the league.
Yeah, no problem. Trust me, I get that first part. I'm surprised mine allowed me to do this and all that. I get it. Thank you for joining us. Tristan Pena, your winner here at the Bullring. Let's take a rundown through the field here before we
Congrats
sign
on the
off. Cohen, take us a rundown through the field. From
I will do.
pulling up the results here. Race. Here we go. Alrighty, take us through the field.
All right, first place we have Tristan Pena. Congratulations on the win for him. Zach Murphy got second place. Great job. Third place, Tyler Muller, who was able to hold off Brandon Elvis and keep himself on the podium. And of course, in fourth place, we have Brandon Elvis. And for the first time, he has not gotten on the podium in the last 15 races. So congratulations back to 78. And feel sorry for you, Brandon. Then we have fifth place, Dylan Potts. He would lap down. Didn't seem that too
Yes,
bad of
I
a
believe
race.
so.
Wasn't on pace with the other guys. Brandon Pamatat. Sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong. Pamatat.
Pamatat, yeah.
Also a lap down. I'm not sure how close he was to Dylan, but hey, can't. Hey, he wasn't 3 laps or extra down, so congrats to him. He got in seventh place, Conrad Huckab. So I
Huckabee.
can't pronounce.
Eighth place.
Eighth place, 3 laps down. Trey Ashworth at 4 laps down. And then Robert Hattenbach. What's his last name?
Robert Hattenbach.
Bach.
You got it right.
All right. In 10th place, 25 laps down. I assume that was from an early race wreck. Yeah, congrats to everybody though. Great race.
And then Justin Coleman finishing 29 laps down. That is your field last, but certainly not least tonight. Let's bring in race control, Colton Briner. Colton Briner, welcome to the booth. Great race tonight. Definitely a lot better from last week. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely better racing. I know, we're still down on cars, so a smaller field. But these guys, they definitely did a lot better. I mean, most of them, this is how they race. We only had that one caution with Justin for the self spin. I don't understand why he disconnected. I feel bad for him. He was running a good race. But I will say, this is what we're looking for, and we're definitely happy with it. Me and Rob were talking all night, how we definitely were happy with the racing. Congratulations, Tristan, on getting your win here.
Yeah, and again, from 15 cautions down to 1, quite the dramatic decrease.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot better. It was a huge improvement, and definitely what we want to see.
Yeah, exactly. Anything else you want to say before we let you go?
I just want to thank Rob for letting me come in here in RC. Thank you to the drivers that come out and show up every week and try to put on a good race the best they can. Also want to give that shout out to Mental Health Bros for looking out for men's mental health awareness, and just keep checking on everybody. And they're trying to get this nonprofit started out there, so I want to thank them for everything that they do themselves. And hopefully we can get them shouted out here more and give them a helping hand to get that organization started.
Yeah, exactly, and it's a cause I definitely get behind as well. It's important, and not a lot of people recognize that. So, a great cause they're behind. Alrighty, folks, that'll do it for us tonight. This has been the Green Flag Racing Network at the Bullring at Las Vegas. I'm Robert McCain. Alongside me has been Cohen Haas. We'll see you next week for what is next week? Next week is USA International Speedway. I love that place. We'll see you then.